my dudes? This is Mounts and Fairy Tales. And guess what, my dudes? We have some patch notes. 0.4.0D, or at least we have a little preview here. Let's give it a read, my dudes. Patch 0.4.0D for Path of Exile 2 is coming this week. Boss buff hover pop-ups now show buff names. Temple room placement has clearer upgrade information, as well as many other bug fixes and improvements. Nice. Okay, so we are actually getting some improvements to the temple, actually. Interesting. So let's have a look. 0.4.0D patch notes, Fate of the Vaal League changes and improvements. Players who die during the Architect of Atsiri boss fight in Atsiri's temple can now respawn in a new instance of the temple with most other content removed, similar to how endgame maps work. Okay, but does that mean that we can have like a second go on Atsiri? Because that's like a yeah, that's been a little bit painful. So like yesterday or last night, I went in to fight Atsiri, and I mean, it's quite a setup. It requires quite a setup, like, to actually just get to Atsiri to fight her. And I was pretty sure I was gonna be strong enough this time. So, like, this was the second time I actually failed Atsiri. And it's so painful that you actually have to kind of like do all that building all over again. Just to kind of like maybe still not be able to do her, you know? So I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be able to do her this time, to be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, this third time is gonna be the time when I actually beat her. But I mean, it's been so painful, like, not being able to actually just, like, go in there and, yeah. You know, if you wipe, just, like, go again, and, yeah. So hopefully that's what this means. Yeah. Hopefully that's what this means, that we are going to be able to like just respawn and fight her again. Okay, moving on to the next point, my dudes. Improved the Holton League mechanic placement variants and re-enabled energized crystals. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so Holton is fixed. Holton is fixed, but yeah, there's gonna be some Holton files, right? So be on the lookout for the Holton files, my dudes. Moving on, Atsiri's chambers now correctly connects to any room placed next to it. Okay. The temple now requires a minimum of one room placed each run before opening. This is to ensure players don't accidentally open the temple before placing rooms, and better guide new players in their first temple. Okay. Ah, okay. You can bypass this restriction by holding control while clicking on the Run Temple button. Gamepad users will instead get a confirmation prompt that they must agree to. Oh, okay, yeah. So I think I know what this is about. So hopefully what this means, right, is that the temple is not automatically gonna like just eat your crystals as soon as you go in there, right? Or as soon as you go through the portal in maps, or like just travel to the temple. Because that's the situation right now, right? And that is a bit annoying, that you're actually like you can't even go in there and just like check to see how many crystals you have, right? Without like the temple eating six of your crystals. So hopefully this is what this means. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Added user feedback on the temple map for if a room is completed or unreachable. Okay. Updated the temple mods list to match the in-map mod list whilst running a temple. Okay, nice. Updated the information on rooms when hovered in the temple map to show possible upgrades. Oh, okay. Added description text to that series chambers to clarify how to unlock the room. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a win for like people that don't necessarily understand, because I mean there is a little like, so there are some things that you need to know, right, to do the temple. Like you have to know that you need to unlock the key room, right? And before yeah, so you can't access at Series chambers before like the key room is, yeah, and it has to be connected, and yeah, you know, all that jazz, right? Updated the temple destabilization keyword to clarify random versus room completion destabilization. Okay. Fix the bug where some monsters inside the Vaal temple were not receiving the intended amount of monster effectiveness. Okay. Fix the bug where transcendent limbs could be kept after dying. Ooh. Fix the bug where non-temple owners could see dropped temple medallions despite being unable to interact with them. Yeah. So okay, so before I move on here, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the limbs here. So I would really love to have like the limbs be kind of like kind of like the limbs, you know, in the current Path of Exile 1 league, right? I would like for us to actually kind of see the limbs, right? That I would want us to be able to like see the limbs. That would be great. To kind of like see the limbs on our body, and so it's kind of like a thing that you can actually see and you can kind of like keep track of. Because right now I don't feel like I quite understand like how can I check and kind of like see, yeah, you know, the limb actually effective, or yeah, I don't know if there is any way to kind of see it. You just have to like remember what you're getting, right? Okay, so they fixed the bug where non-temple owners could see temple medallions despite being unable to interact with them. Okay, fixed the bug where unique reliquary displays found in the temple cannot be opened while playing in couch co-op. Oops. Fix the maximum medallion check for couch co-op, preventing players from picking up medallions if the temple owner has the maximum amount. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, general changes. The character sheet now displays how much item, armor, evasion, and or energy shield you have. Okay, but hasn't it always shown that? Skills which reserve spirit now display their final modified spirit reservation on the skill information pop-out. Okay. Added buff names to the buff hover information on enemies. Passive skill tree notable anointment displays no longer require the player to first pick up a distilled emotion. Okay. This can be viewed by holding Alt when hovering a notable passive on any character. Okay. Adjusted the damage of the following bosses found inside the Trial of Chaos. Overall lowered the damage dealt by Balak, the Sky Seer, the freaking bird, right? Overall increased the damage dealt by Uxmal, the Beast Lord. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that means like the bird is lowered and like the Chimera is increased. All Quadrilla monster variants have been working out. All Quadrilla monster variants have been working out and now deal more damage. More damage to the Quadrillas, the monkeys. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's gonna be some nasty monkey wipes, I guess. Reduce the damage of the Vornas, the Fell Flame, and Morvak, the Infernal bosses. Okay. Phantasmal Arrow no longer targets the ground. This fixes various range bugs it had with additional projectiles and barrage. Okay. Spectral Fire now uses the player's stats for calculating its area of effect and dealing damage. Alright. Updated the Spectral Fire keyword to correctly state that damage modifiers do not scale the explosions further. This is purely a description change. Okay. Socketing an augment now shows distinct art representing the augment in that socket, rather than a generic rune image. Ooh. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking forward to check that out. Added an info pop-up when hovering the button to run logbooks to make it clear you must first select a destination area. Okay. Updated the weapon requirement for the Smith of Kitava's Temper Weapon skill to explicitly state that it cannot be used with talismans. Alright. Updated the slow keyword to state monsters cannot be slowed below 25% of their base speed. And also further improved texture streaming to help prevent the unloading of active textures. Nice. And there's a bunch of bug fixes. Okay. Fixed an issue where the Immured Fury wouldn't spawn. Fixed the bug where Anamanus Gaze and Queen of the Forest were preventing the movement speed modifiers from sprinting, unless you had both of them. Ooh, okay. Yeah, and there's also like a slew of other like bug fixes here that I'm not gonna like go through here, but like the changes to the temple looks pretty cool, I think, and also like the general changes, like you excuse me, like UI changes and like how like the augments, for example, seem really interesting, and also it seems like we're gonna get like more buff information and stuff like that. Like it's gonna be a little bit clearer. And the monkeys, or the quadrillas, are getting more damage, my dudes. Yeah, interesting. It's coming this week. Like I'm guessing it's coming like closer to weekend. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to check these changes out. And yeah, that's gonna be it for these patch notes. Just quick and dirty, my dudes, because we need to get back into the game. Okay, that's gonna be it, my dudes. I'm Mounts of Fairy Tales. You are you. If you like this video, hit me up with this like. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Until next time, my dudes, thank you for watching.